give it a second for people to stroll in the building. If you're all watching on the replay, appreciate you. Hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, we are live. What is going on? Pretty chill Saturday. Just wanted to jump on here, catch up with you all. Talk a little bit of streetwear, talk a little bit of sneakers. Appreciate the thumbs up. Let me go ahead and just double check who's in the chat. There we go. Yo, what's up, Burr? How you doing? What's going on, man? Happy Saturday. Hope you're all well. Yeah, I just wanted to jump on live, let you guys know what I've been up to, and catch up, you know. But hope you are well, man. Hope the weekend's treating you and your family well. We got some little bit of green tea over here, and yeah, just want to chill out. See who wants to jump into live and just catch up. But I did want to touch on. I did want to touch a little bit on, you know, just some of the best sneakers that have dropped this year, and you know, some of the most, I guess, out of the sneakers that have dropped, which ones I'm, I guess, most excited about specifically. So we can definitely touch on that for sure in the stream, and let it be known. Let it be known in the comments or chat. You know, maybe some of the latest sneaker pickups that you have obtained that you're like most excited about, whether you just got it for the personal or like whether you've been rocking it lately. Would love to know. You got Braden, what's up? Yo, what's going on? I love fishing. Yo, what up? Braden, what's going on? Yeah, what is up? Yo, what's going on, guys? Yeah, just wanted to jump on live. I'm trying to just get some, like, you know, a little bit of like background music to some extent, that's like non-copyrighted, just for the sake of having some background music. But what's going on? What is up? Yeah, for anybody like new who recently just subbed to my channel, I appreciate you guys. I've been jumping into Luke Darnell's channel quite a bit, long time like Supreme content that he's been doing. So yeah, but I decided, hey, let's jump on live. Let's see how everybody's doing. May react, rejuvenate. Oh, that's funny. My react, rejuvenate are my favorite. Oh, your pickup right now. Okay, gotcha. I might have to look that up, man. I'm a little out of touch with that one specifically. My react, rejuvenate. Okay. Is that specifically for basketball? Yeah, let me know, man. Hey, man, what's up? Rare to catch you live these days. Wish you all the best. Yeah, man. Trying to be more consistent, like, for sure. I'm just, I guess you could call this as me getting back on the horse. You know, because if you're not consistent, you're not consistent on YouTube, right? So, yeah, I mean, we worked so hard to get monetized, and then what happened, right? Just got busy with work. You know, it's been a very volatile market, as you guys know. So for those that don't know, I work in tech outside of all the sneaker stuff, outside of all the streetwear stuff. Give me 1 second here. I got the tea kettle yelling at me. But we're back. Not oh, it's a Nike foam. Okay, it's a Nike foam. Was it the all black one that released recently where you could just slip your foot in? That seemed pretty limited, man. I'm not sure what the color was. What's up? Pinky's up. Mr. Old School in the building. Rejuvenate is a foam. Recovery by Nike. Gotcha. Favorite punk band? Oh man, I mean, for me, I grew up on Blink-182, so I'm gonna have to say Blink-182. You know, yeah, like for sure, Blink-182 for sure. But you know, I mean, there's a bunch of punk bands that I grew up on. Green Day's another one as well. All American Rejects as well as another one. There's a ton, but I would say on like the top for sure, like introduction to punk was Blink-182 for sure. That's a really good question. That's a really good question because like I grew up on punk specifically, and I was introduced to Blink 182 while I was traveling to Europe. Actually, I believe I was in Finland. I used to play soccer back in the day for one of the like Manila, I guess, amateur football teams for the Makati football team. And I traveled there. I had a Discman. I believe the first CD I ended up buying was Limp Bizkit. Believe it or not, it was Limp Bizkit, and then also Eminem as well. Those were like some of the first CDs I ever purchased in my entire life. But while I was there, somebody actually brought like Blink 182 CDs. Like I think it was their second and third album. Take your pants, take your pants and jacket off, or something like that. Was one of them. And then the other one with, I think, the girl who, that sexy nurse who has the what was it, the glove on her, I forget the type of glove, but that, like the latex glove on her hand. Those two albums were the ones I got introduced into for Blink-182 specifically. But yeah, fantastic question. I love for me, it's like I don't really have a specific genre. You can't put this guy in a box when it comes to music. I love all types of music. I listen to literally like hip hop, rap, rock, like alternative, like whatever it is. Maybe not so much country, but I'm also not a country hater. I have an appreciation for country music, but it's not necessarily like, that's not like my first pick, if anything. Rites of Spring. I haven't quite heard of them, but I should, Nice double up on the Yuto. Hey, yo, we tripled up on Yutos. I'm not going to lie. We hit on 2 skate shops, and then we hit on the sneakers app as well. So for anybody in the in channel who doesn't know, I already sold one size 10. I'm keeping one for the personal. We love them. We think they're great, but I can't keep 3 pairs. I have another size 11 up for grabs. Retail plus ship. If you are interested, just DM me, like first come, first serve. I only have 1 pair, so once it's gone, it's gone. But again, we're not about reselling. We're just about helping out the community, as you guys know. But yeah, so just wanted to kind of insert that if you guys are interested in picking up. Again, it's a size 11. That's the only size extra size I have for up for grabs right now. But retail plus ship to you. Let me know. But part of the reason I wanted to jump on live tonight is to catch up with you guys, and then also let you guys know some of the most exciting sneakers that I have obtained. I'm not going to share them on the screen. I'm not going to share them on live right now because I don't have them with me. But I wanted to talk to them because I think out of all the drops this year, there's I don't know. I would say a good like solid 4 to 5. And yes, majority of them are Nike. Okay, cat's out of the bag. Majority of them are Nike. But some of the most exciting ones, like for me specifically, that I've obtained that I'm not like letting go of. Number one is probably going to be the Metallic 5s. The Metallic 5, I think, really just caught a lot of people off guard on the quality specifically. And then not just the quality, but the fact that the entire sneaker has like areas where it's got that reflector on it specifically. It looks phenomenal with white laces. It looks phenomenal with black laces. Like you can really style this in so many different ways. And every time I see somebody wearing those Metallic 5s, I'm like, why didn't I wear mine today? Like straight up, like they just look really good. They look really clean. I haven't heard any flack about the sneaker. Hands down, one of the best. And I can tell you right now, it is going to be in my top 10 at the end of the year because for me, it is one of the best sneakers that has released this year for sure. I don't know, chime in the chat if you agree with me, because as of right now, it's in my top 5. Like, I'm just going to put that out there. Like, the Metallic 5 is such a good sneaker. Based on like the history of that sneaker specifically, and then they just did a really good job with this release. I think it was, I would say, a decent amount that they released this year for them, and I'm lucky to have scooped up a pair. I mean, that's it. We just hit on one, and that it is what it is. But I mean, for me, I do consider that sneaker a double up worthy sneaker. It's that good. It's really good. And if you don't have a Metallic 5, I'm not going to say purchase on the resale market, but look at where the prices on resale are right now. Kind of trending at that anywhere from like $350 to $380, $390 for larger sizes. That's like a real, like for the economy and where we're at right now, for those prices to be where they're at, it's kind of shocking. It's kind of shocking. But then again, if you see this damn thing in hand, The quality is amazing. So it kind of does make sense to me. Nobody really knew where they were going to end up. I personally didn't. I thought on the aftermarket, maybe trending on the upper hand of like maybe 290 to 300, maybe 310 at most. But considering where they're at right now, it really did catch me off guard and as a surprise. It really did. So I did want to just yeah, definitely top five the end of the year. Yeah, no, for sure. So okay, that's one of them. Again, I'm not saying that's my top. That's my number one. It's definitely up on the list. It's definitely a very, very honorable mention for sure to Metallic 5. I could talk your ear off about this specifically. Now, another one that I have to mention, which we did secure a double up on, and again, I wish that I had them with me, it's going to be the Galaxy Foams. The Galaxy Foam, with the history, the fact that this sneaker just literally looks like, I mean, it's out of this world. It's out of this world. It's literally like a punch to the face. I know a lot of people who ended up picking them up, ended up flipping them to buy whatever they wanted because the prices were trending over that 420 mark. 420 to 450 depending on the size you got. And again, this isn't all about resale. This is just like, let's even take resale out of the equation and the prices on the aftermarket. It's just such a good sneaker. Like the history of the Galaxy, the fact that they're bringing it back this year is a really hot year for sneakers, and I feel like they've already brought so much of the heat this year, and I'm like thinking, do they still got gas in the tank? Like what else is coming out? They released so many different good pairs. We got the Nigels as well, which I guess I was not, and I will add Nigels to the top 10 for sure. A lot of people are deeming it as sneaker of the year, but I still want to talk about the Galaxies because I feel like the Galaxies really made a good solid mark for me specifically. I've never owned any of the previous Galaxies. This is the first time I obtained a Galaxy. So I don't know. For me, it was like one a rock, one a stock. Like that's really how I see it. And I see the sneaker as just such a loud sneaker, but at the same time, you can really mix and match this with a lot of different fits. And those who know. And a lot of the newer generation may not really fully understand or appreciate the Galaxies as they should be appreciated. But I generally feel like it's just such a stunner. It's just such a stunning sneaker, Like if you look at the Galaxy print, like it's very, I'll use the word majestic. It's very majestic. It's very out of this world. It's definitely a head turner. It's a neck breaker. It gets people to just be like, "Whoa, what's going on?" If you're wearing Galaxies in a room, like everybody's going to be looking at your feet for sure. Out of anything else, because it is literally just such a stunning sneaker. It's beautiful. Okay, so that's I'm just going to say my second sneaker that I'm going to mention on the call. I mean, obviously, transitioning into the Nigel conversation, again, I didn't realize just how limited the Nigels were going to be. We just walked by. We walked by the Bates store in San Francisco. It was my day off. It was a Saturday, and I literally saw a line, and I'm just like, "Hey, what's going on here?" Only to remember, I took two fat L's in the morning. For the Nigels, right? And I was just like, yeah, this is like, there's no chance I'm gonna get this thing. I kind of just called it quits at that point. But then, we had the option to sign up in the store. You got one raffle ticket. It is what it is. I saw one guy walking out the store wearing the Galaxies, and he had a hat that matched the Galaxies. Bro, it was game over, man. I was like trying to find what that hat was. I don't know if it was a Houston Rockets. I don't know what it was, but it looks so good. I really wish it's times like that. I just wish I just pushed the pause button, walked up to the dude, asked him, "Hey, what is that hat?" Because again, I don't want to be that. I want to come off as a copycat here, but the hat he was wearing, I'm trying to find it and I can't find it for the life of me. It was something about I think the bottom brim here had like the Galaxy print. It wasn't like too much Galaxy on the top of the brim. You know what I mean? It was like, well, not on the top. I mean, not on the top of the hat. It was really more along the line on the brim that there was that Galaxy print, and it just looks so good. It looks so good with the sneakers. And you don't need too much. I'm not saying you need the Galaxy jacket and the Galaxy jeans and all that stuff and trying to put a complete Galaxy like you're out. You are out of this world. But I just want to mention that the hat just with the brim hit and then the shoes, game over. Like seriously, it was just solid fit. All right. Anyway, kudos to that dude, whoever he was. I don't know. I really, it's times like that. This is why for me, if I'm out and about and I see somebody wearing something, I'm just like, I need to know what this is. I'm just gonna ask them. I'm just gonna, you know, I'm gonna set the I'm literally gonna set the fact that sorry, there's an ad going on over here. I'm just trying to find some good music to put on, but I'm gonna set aside, I guess, the nerves or like the shyness or whatever, and just straight up ask, hey, where'd you get that? You know, thing looks awesome. That looks great. You know, and then just find out what it is. Yeah, a full galaxy fit would be crazy. It would, like, I am out of this world, right? Oh, thank you. Yeah, man, I love this one. I typically do wear this around, you know, for Chinese New Year. I just love the dragon. It's so sick, you know. This one is definitely this is a great. I mean, being a skateboarder and Thrasher and just the history of San Francisco with Thrasher, because Thrasher originated in San Francisco. I actually got to visit Thrasher, I believe, like 5 years ago. That was an amazing experience, but I'll save that story for another day. But thank you. I appreciate that. Longtime skater over here. Love Thrasher, love the brand, love the culture. The fact that they were like one of the last standing skateboard magazines, like physical print, it's amazing. Like, we need that. We need that. We need more. We need more of that these days. Versus all the stuff that's like digital, you know what I mean? So anyway, I want to touch on the Nigel. So we put in a raffle, didn't really think about it. I got the call. I missed the call that evening, and I was just freaking out. I was like, oh my God, they were calling me. You know, they let me know that, you know, I listened to the voicemail, almost dropped my phone, called them back immediately, because sometimes you miss the call, they'll just call the next person. And then, sorry, you know what I mean? I'm like, again, shout out to Bait with the dub, you know what I mean? I really appreciate it. Really do appreciate it. And yeah, so I called them back. I was like, hey, you just called me. I missed your call. Like, you know, I'm the dude. Like, you know, and they're like, oh, you won. And I was like, all right, we'll check you off the list. Like, just come tomorrow and pick it up. And I was just like super excited, like crazy, you know. So super hyped on that. And again, like, people are calling the Nigel 4s sneaker of the year. I know the 4 is a very popular silhouette, and it's kind of like, it's had its ups and downs with prices in the market and all that stuff, but I feel like this one, he really nailed it with the story. He really nailed the entirety of the progression and buildup of the story, the whole idea of brick by brick and like everything. Like, you could really feel his passion and the fact that this dude like really cares. He really cares about like the importance of foundation, you know, having a solid foundation with anything, whether with me and my yo-yo career, him and his biking career, or whatever. He really just knew how to kind of really like build up the hype to the point that it's like it like, looks matter, the shoe matters, but he really was able to really keep it really well rounded. And if you really inspect that sneaker, each portion of the sneaker was really well thought out, you know, not just the sneaker itself, the box itself, like everything was really sought out. So I really do see that. Again, I'm not going to deem it a sneaker of the year. It's a contender. It's definitely a contender. I didn't want to start the stream off like, oh, this is the best sneaker of the year. This is going to win. But I think it's, as of right now, it's in my top 5. I'm just going to put that out there. You know, again, this is all Nike talk. I really wish I could throw more in the mix, like, you know, Asics, New Balance, and all this other stuff. I feel like this year, I don't know, I've just been kind of inundated with a bunch of the Nike stuff. Like, Nike is back. I feel like Nike is back, and it's kind of at full force, because if you notice, the market last year was just super saturated. And this year, it's a little bit more like, hey, let's remember what made us who we are. It's the limit, it's the exclusivity, it's the limited editions. It's like, let's dial it back. Instead of releasing 100,000 of this, 60,000 of that, let's dial it back to like maybe 30,000, maybe 35,000. Because you guys notice, it's like with the limited edition exclusivity factor, it's like, it really does create more excitement. It creates more excitement about the brand. It creates more excitement about the damn sneaker, and that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. We got Jonathan, definitely a very international sneaker. Yes, 100%, Jonathan. No, for sure. And I appreciate you chiming in over here. Very international sneaker. That's actually a really good point that it is. I would agree with that as well. Maybe universal is a good word. It got the world talking. It got the world talking about it, and yeah, I just think it's like it's again, it's a very loud sneaker considering the fact it's literally like the entirety is like orange and red. It's got like different hues. I do like the fact that no shoe is the same, to some extent. Like each of them have like different shades of, I mean, again, with the quality and everything that I've seen, it was made really well and it was really thought out. And then I love the fact that there's a translucent bottom, like, yeah, it's red, but it's translucent. So it definitely does add a little bit of like oomph to it for sure. And never seen packaging like that too. Yes, I think it was really, really well thought out. Again, adding to the story because it's like you receive something like that, regardless of who you are. If you're like a nobody in society, I mean, maybe not a nobody, but if you're just like you're a simple person, you don't really do much, you're gonna be just as surprised opening this damn box as an NBA player who makes millions and millions of dollars every year. Like you're gonna be just as excited. Because you get to share that same experience of opening the box, feeling the box. The entire box feels like a brick. You're gonna open it up, and then they both come in plastic bags. And there's that blue strip, that blue Velcro strip that I guess also comes with red bricks when you get red bricks. And then they come in plastic bags. They're all wrapped up specifically. And this is a good way to be able to also tell if your sneakers have been tampered with. It's also a great indicator to find out, are these authentic. And I think it was just very, very well thought out. So I see a lot of potential in it being in the top 3, if not top 2 sneakers of the year. But name another one that you think is a contender, and I'm happy to chime in and talk about it. But appreciate you all. If you guys don't mind just smashing that like button for this guy, that would be great. Again, just wanted to hang out, catch up with you all, let you guys know some of the sneakers that I guess I have been most excited about. Yeah, no, for sure. I know it's been a hot minute, but we're here. We're still doing our thing. I've just been super busy with yo-yo lessons, yo-yo shows all over the Bay Area, events, summer camps, and then my full-time job on top of that. And then we're working to get back and slowly put more content out. So as you guys notice, we've been putting out a little bit here, a little bit more. I'm trying to put out more content, more consistent. 85 breads should be in the conversation for, okay. No, I will agree with that. We didn't get to obtain them. They were pretty hard to obtain. And again, I don't want to come off as like salty, like, I'm not including them in the conversation because of that. I generally think it's a great sneaker, and I think it was very well made. Yeah, for sure. I wish I had more information, honestly, about the 85 breads, but oh, Bulldogs, what's going on? What's up, man? Yo. I feel like the tea went down the wrong pipe. Sorry about that. No, but the 85 breads, like, they really kept it as close to the original as they could, based on that hourglass shape, the quality, the materials. I don't know, for me, when it comes to 85s, I'm always kind of like gambling, like, do I go a size up because it's like a thicker material? But I typically always just go true to size. It just kind of is what it is. And that's if it's a low or if it's a high. I typically just go true to size. I only really go size up if it's a Nike SB. Because like I used to wear a lot of like 9.5, like that's my regular size, 9.5, thankfully, because if I was a size 13, it would be really expensive for me to have like this sneaker collection that I have, and then like hard to obtain because there's obviously a high demand for those larger sizes. It's kind of like if you want to get like if you're an XL and you want to get certain Supreme XL jackets, it's like you're gonna have to pay that premium. And it just sucks. It's like that's just the price you got to pay. You know what I mean? I'm just lucky that I'm typically like the brick size. I'm a size medium, and then when it comes to sneakers, it's like my size is like coppable. It's like kind of like it's like the fifth one to go or the sixth one to go, you know. So yeah, so yes sir, yes sir. No, I just shoot. Okay, and we got Caden as well. Yo, what's going on? What is up? What is up? What is up? No, but 85 is definitely in a conversation for sure. I mean, again, I don't have it with me. I didn't hit on them. We did try for raffles on that one specifically. I think they're doing decent on the aftermarket. I'm a little surprised. I feel like they should be doing a little bit better on the aftermarket based on when I last checked. But another I guess honorable mention. I don't know if I want to add this in my top 10, but I mean, there's a lot of excitement around the Nike SB4, right? The navy that I feature on the channel in one of my last lives. I think it's overall a great sneaker. It's been compared to other navies that have come out. I'm talking about God, what's the other name of that other 4? There was another navy 4 that came out. It has a lot more white on it. Some people were talking about it, but again, it doesn't have the SB technology on it. But for me specifically, I keep going back to the green ones. I just genuinely would prefer to just hang on to the green ones. And I don't know, I'm like, the blues are great. Don't get me wrong. It's an awesome color. Lots of stuff you can mix and match with it. But I'm generally surprised about the resale prices right now. I'm shocked. Like I'm seeing, I don't know, like some of these resale shops want to buy my pairs for like $270, and I'm like, I paid like $245 for this. Like, that's like, there's literally no money to be made, you know. And again, I'm not saying like I'm jumping into resale land or anything like that. I'm just like, that is an awful price. You know what I mean? Considering these were going for $450 like a month ago, so it's just like, you know, and again, I know we're kind of in this weird economy right now, like a lot of volatility with jobs and people like, you know, making money and all this stuff. This is why I think it's good to have like 2 to 3 backup jobs, if I'm being real. I got 300. Oh, you got 300. Wait, you got 300 for the 85s, $300 for the 85s. Yeah, Bulldogs, let me know, man. Bulldogs, you're so damn well connected, man. Like I wouldn't be surprised if you even got it for $250. Honestly, I'm a buyer. If you're selling. I love it, man. Oh, you're willing to buy it for 300. Ah, gotcha. I'll get back to you, man. I mean, right now, so I got 2 pairs, 9.5. I'm still debating what to do with them, but again, I'm not guaranteeing that I'm going to keep them. And the main reason why is because what I open up the conversation with metallic 5s, the Galaxy foams, the Nigels. Like, I can't hang on to all this heat. We're just very fortunate to, number one, I'm going to mention this, live in a city that has a lot of opportunity for me able to scoop these sneakers up. Okay, that's one. But then factor in number 2, it's a very expensive sneaker, so life kind of balances itself out a little bit, because you know what I mean. It's like, hey, I'm able to obtain all this heat, great, but you gotta pay for rent, and rent's pretty high in the city. So it's like it kind of everything balances out. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Yes, he'll beat that 270. Yeah, I mean, I was just kind of like, when they shot me the email on like their prices, because when they first gave me a quote, it was $390. I should have just sold them right then. But then they got back to me, $270. I was like, wait, what? Like, are you is like, I had to like rub my eyes. I'm like, is this a nightmare? Like, what's going on? So it's just like, yeah, I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that, like, I mean, because, some of these are pretty hard to obtain. And again, like for me, I'm like, I think I'm going to hold the line. Okay. So I'll get back to you guys on that, but I'm going to hold the line because, we're waiting for this drop, right? So sneakers are doing a drop. I don't know the exact dates and times and all that stuff, but again, I think they are mentioning it's happening it's happening this week. It's happening. They're saying it's happening on the 14th. That's a Monday. Okay. I'm going to be ready to go, try to get snag another pair. Again, it has an opportunity over there to make some money and pay for all the other heat that I end up hitting on. But, yeah, because like for me, and I've mentioned this time and time again, I'm not a reseller. For me, it's like, if I could flip stuff and make a decent amount back to pay for other pairs, awesome. Okay. But I'm not the type that's going to come after y'all and be like, oh, I'm going to charge just super high premium, because I know what it's like to want something and just not have the funds to get it, right? So it's like, for me, that's kind of why sometimes, I don't do it all the time, I'll drop like a, hey, retail plus ship, shoot me the dough and ship in, and I'll send you the sneaker, Jonathan says it'll be interesting to see how many manual cops on the sneaker release. Yeah, so there's like weird news coming out. There's going to be over 150,000 pairs. I'm like, nah, there's no way. There's no way. I mean, consider, again, I don't know how many were made. I don't work at Nike. I'm not super connected to some of these skate shops, so I can't really tell you. But what I can tell you is, no way in hell is going to be over 100,000. There's no way. There's no way. Under 50 for sure. I'm thinking, I'm calling anywhere from 15 to 30,000 pairs. That's my guess. That's my honest guess. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say. I don't know how many skate shops had, but I can tell you this too, that when I went to pick up my pair, because we ended up hitting at one of the skate shops, they pulled out like a little binder. It was like this thick, and they were flipping through it. So I was like, all right. And I was just kind of thinking about, okay, each page has at least like 15 people on it, and there's at least, I mean, what is that? Let's just do the math hypothetically. Let me pull out the handy dandy calculator, right? So it's like, let's say each page had about like 15 people on it, and there was at least like 14 pages. At least 14 pages, okay? 210 pairs. Okay, again, this is an estimate. So I'm thinking at the bare minimum, they at least had 150 to 200 per skate shop. So, at least the skate shops that have more general releases. So that, and then this Nike drop that was supposed to happen in All-Star Weekend. This drop was supposed to happen All-Star Weekend, but they canceled it. They canceled it. I don't know what the reasoning was, but it was loaded up on the back end. They pulled it, and then now it is loaded. It's loaded on the back end. So if you are excited about it, on the 14th of this month, okay. So just keep your eye on the prize on Sneakers app. I don't know what the release is going to be. I really hope they're not going to do us dirty like they did with the. What was the last one they did? They freaking did. They did that like it was a shock drop, and you have 2 hours to buy it. You know what I mean? With the exclusive access. I'm like, I don't even remember what sneaker it was anymore. Guys, help me out here, please. Like, somebody chime in. What sneaker was that? It was an exclusive access, but it was like the Unions, which is another one. The Unions is another honorable freaking mention for top 10 for sure, without a doubt. Why didn't I mention that earlier? Now, the Unions is another sneaker that I did hit on Union, which I still have yet to review on my freaking channel. So my apologies on that, but God, this is a great sneaker, and it's for sure it's going to be in my top 10. Like I know this is all Nike stuff that I'm mentioning. It's all Nike stuff, but Nike is really doing a great job this year with marketing, the rollout, the hype, the suspense. All-Star Weekend was great for them with the pop-up shops and everything. It was just like really well planned. They really got the city kicking and alive. It was fun. They even had this car going around. I think it was Foot Locker had this car going around with all the sneakers featured. They just really knew how to create a lot of excitement around it. And I don't know, I feel like we just need that right now. We need that like excitement. So they dropped those Kobe All-Stars, which I do want to transition the conversation in a little bit, just to talk a little bit about the what does. How many of you guys are going for them? We will be trying for the what does. Again, I don't need too many pairs. I know they're going to be somewhat, maybe not so much limited, but from what I'm hearing, it's going to be like 35,000 pairs for the what does specifically. So again, join your raffles. If they haven't already closed, we joined a bunch of them. We'll see if we hit, but I'm hearing mixed feelings about them, depending on who I'm talking to. Some people think, oh, they're just so wild. I could never wear that. I could never pull it off. They're just really, really out there. I'm the type of person I could pull those suckers off, for sure. I think they're pretty crazy sneakers, but you'll notice the what does. There's like a specific type of person that just likes to collect the what does, whether it was the P-Rods or like or like the Air Jordan, you know, 4 what does. Like they have all these different types of what does that Nike's done, and it's nice to collect those, right? Jonathan Bolton says almost none of the leaked Nike releases 2026 interest me. Yeah, I agree. I haven't really seen anything next year that's really exciting me. And then they're going to be dropping those, you know, those UNCs, you know, and I was under the impression that was going to be in 2026, but I guess they're dropping it in May, you know. So again, I do like that sneaker. I'm the type of person, I'm going to put some orange laces on that for sure. Like, I don't know, there's something about the orange laces with that nice UNC on Air Jordan 1 High. I love the Air Jordan 1 High. It's one of my all-time favorite silhouettes. And I was super, super late to the Air Jordan 1 High party. I'm going to be honest. Like, I did kind of get into sneakers. Like, I mean, I've always been into sneakers, but more so like skate sneakers, you know? Like Vans. I grew up on Vans, you know? And like America, like those type of brands, that's what I would always lean to. But then as of, I would say 2019, you know, 2019, right before like the pandemic and all of that, that's when a lot of people jumped online. They were doing like streetwear reselling, and then also focused on, you know, so reselling Supreme mainly, and then also reselling like sneakers specifically. And that's where like a lot of this really kind of sparked. I was able to actually hit on the Nike app on one of Virgil's dunks. And if you look at my channel, it's one of my first sneaker releases, or at least sneaker reviews that I talk about, where I just sat down and I started talking about it. This was when I used to live close by the beach in San Francisco, and it's kind of crazy looking back at those times, because we had a lot of time on our hands and we just didn't know we didn't know what to do with ourselves. It was a very weird time for sure. With everything shut down, it was kind of scary. It was scary. We didn't really know what the hell we were doing, but sneakers kind of you know, kept the excitement alive, and it was just nice to be able to be excited about something, you know. To hit on one of Virgil's like legacy pieces while he was still alive, like that sneaker specifically has a lot of sentimental value to me. I think I got the 1 out of 49, I think, was it? Well, the one with the pink laces on it specifically. And yeah, it's just I mean, it's just a honestly, it's just such a sick piece of history. But I agree with nothing. Everything's kind of a little underwhelming. 2026, a little underwhelming. It is what it is. Sometimes I tell myself I know too much of this for my own good, but yeah, best of luck for anybody going for the What Does Tomorrow. Best of luck to all you all. I hope you guys get what you want. You get the sizes. I think, oh, give me 1 second over here. Yeah, you still with me? Okay, sorry about that. These automatic lights just got to shut off at a specific time. That means it's time for Betty Bye. Nah, just kidding. I always just have to kind of, I mean, in a weird way, it's kind of like when your environment conditions you to like, hey, it's time to wind down. It's time to shut. No, it's time to wind down. It's time to go to bed. You know, versus, hey, we're up all night. We got these phones in our faces. We're watching TV and all this other stuff. It's like sometimes we don't really have concept of time, and then we look at our phone. We're like, oh my God, it's like 2 in the morning. Like, what's going on? You know, so yeah. I mean, I just wanted to share with you that, you know, that's just how this place is like kind of set up, right? But let it be known, I hope you guys can hear me clearly. I hope you can see me clearly as well. I'm working on getting my stream set up a little bit more in check and all this stuff, and I do want to get back on more of a consistent workflow and schedule. But until then, we're here, all right? So if you ever have any questions, feel free. You can always DM me if it's anything sneaker related or you want any help or anything like that. Let me, who you telling? It's midnight over here. There you go. There you go, man. Everything good. Appreciate it. Yeah, no, I just wanted to jump on, check in on all y'all, see how you're doing while I'm charging my phone and having some decaffeinated green tea because it's a little late. I don't want to be all caffed out till 2 in the morning, you know, watching videos and commenting and all that stuff, you know what I mean? But again, you guys know, you know, since we've been engaged ever on this channel, like with you all, like it's always been such a pleasure just vibing with you all, you know, shooting the shit with you all and just hanging out. And just at the end of the day, just, you know, talking about sneakers, sneakers, streetwear, all that jazz. Sorry, my cat is getting in a bunch of stuff he shouldn't be getting into. What's going on, buddy? But yeah, so unions also have to add that in my top 10 for sure. For sure, So out of all the Air Jordan 1 Union highs, I mean, I know the first two releases came out in 2028. I wasn't really like dialed in there. Otherwise, I would have really tried for them. I really want those Storm Blues. Storm Blues is a grail, and it's on the top. It's literally, I would say, not on the top of my list, but it's like, if I could get 5 sneakers that like are like grails that are really like on my want list, the Storm Blues hands down is there for sure. It is definitely there, and I will one day obtain that sneaker. I know that they were very limited. I believe, was it one? No, it wasn't 1,500. I'm trying to remember how many pairs did they originally have for that? It was one of the most limited ones. I think it was 15,000 pairs. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. 15,000 pairs? It was not 1,500 pairs. There's no way. 1,500 pairs is just not a lot. That's really not a lot. I think the prices would be at $3,000 if it was. Yeah, it was probably it was 15,000 pairs. Okay, I'm correcting myself right now because I'm like trying to jog my memory. Like how many did they come out with? You know how sometimes on Instagram they'll post like, oh, these are all the unions, and then like the recent one came out 60,000, and then the last one 33 or whatever, and then all the different like numbers. Good to see you back on live. Yeah, been a minute, man. Again, nothing personal. It's just like life gets busy. You know what I mean? And I think it's like I forgot who I was talking about this, but it's like what's the rush? Like, are we like what's the end goal? What's the end goal here? Give me 1 second. Like trying to figure out. Are we, yeah, I got my cat over here. He's going to say hi, but he's also playing with this little spring over here, and he just wants to freaking get it. So go get it. That's Oliver, by the way. I know some of you guys know Oliver, but, what I was going to say was, man, I'm like losing my train of thought. You know what I mean? I'm like, chat, where was I? You know what I mean? We were talking about the unions, and I just genuinely believe the Storm Blues is definitely like it's a grail for me for sure, And if I had the option of like top five to pick up, and I have the dough for it, like definitely want to eventually scoop that one up. I know that there are a lot of fakes in the market, and then there's also a used market as well. But for me, if I did obtain that sneaker, I would definitely wear it. I do like that a lot. I don't know, for me, the colors, the fact that it's got a lot of blue on it, I really tend to lean on that. Out of all the three unions that have come out, I would say Storm Blue's the first one, and then I do like the one that released this year, the Chicago with the Shadows. I do like that second, and then the third one is going to be that like that other one. It's like that smoky one. It's like what is it again? It's not like a bread, but that's like the third one. See, it's kind of like an afterthought. And I just prefer the Storm Blues the best. Always loved the previous unions, but ain't no way I'd spend that kind of cash on a pair. So glad I hit on this. Yeah, hey, congrats, man. Oh, that's awesome. Me too. I mean, and I did want to bring up the release on sneakers. A lot of disappointment. A lot of people were like, what is this trash? Like, they're really like, because here's the thing. It's like, if you were guaranteed exclusive access, and again, shout out to anybody who hit. That's awesome, right? I think if I hit on, the fact that I already hit one, I'm good. I'm like, I shouldn't even be a part of this conversation. But for those that were not able to hit a pair on the Union site, and then we're able to hit on the Nike, that's awesome. Again, like, how many pairs of these do we really need? If I did end up hitting 2 pairs, I would definitely keep one for the personal, and then probably would have resold the other one. But they're not really trending like super high on the aftermarket. They're kind of trending at like that, like I believe like 320 to 350 right now. Still, that's a lot of money these days for a pair of sneakers, if I'm going to be honest with you guys. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know that we secure a pair. We're very blessed. We're really lucky. I don't believe there's going to be any more releases for the end of the year. So again, if you really want these sneakers, save your pennies, go buy on aftermarket, try to find a good price. You know what I mean? And then if you are open to used, find a used pair, get it for cheaper. You know what I mean? Because you think about it, the moment somebody wears their sneaker, it drops significantly in value. Like the likelihood that they're going to be able to sell it for regular like retail price, very very unlikely. I think it literally drops like 30 to 40% of what you bought it for. Okay, and again, I'm saying this whether whether you wear used or not. If you clean your sneakers really really well, if you clean like a used pair really really well and just change the damn insole, who cares? It doesn't matter, and it's not like anybody's gonna know anyway. They're like, oh, I saw you bought that on the used market. It's like I used to be that person that was like, I'm never buying used. Like I'm just still go that way. These days, if it's been worn like a couple times and still has its stars, I don't care. I don't care. I'll clean them good. Rejuvenator. But EA, it was just it just wasn't like a fun experience. It was just like oh, did I get them? Oh, I didn't get it. Okay, whatever. Or you have 2 hours. It's kind of corny, There's more excitement with the 10-minute raffle, you know what I mean? Or if it's a Leo drop, it's like, like tomorrow, tomorrow's going to be a 10-minute thing. I will mention this, okay? If anybody here wants to go for the GS tomorrow, go for the GS first. GS is going to be a Leo. The main sneaker drop, the larger sizes, the regular Kobe's, the regular size Kobe's, the non-GS, that's going to be a 10-minute raffle. Okay, so I wanted to mention that for anybody that doesn't know. I know some of you guys are like, hey, we know this stuff. I want to mention it to anybody who doesn't know. If you don't know now, if you do plan on going for the GSs. I did look at GSs, considering the fact on the aftermarket, they're kind of trending at that 190 to 200 mark. I don't know how limited they are going to be. Okay, so that's another thing to take into account. Some women are able to squeeze into that size 7 GS, so take that into account too. So there might be a little bit of lunch money to be made on those GS sizes if you do decide to go GS, because I honestly don't know how many are made. And then there's apparel. Okay, there's limited apparel, and then they're releasing this damn basketball as well. So if you do want any of that other stuff, go for the other stuff first. Don't go for the raffle first and then go for the stuff after. The stuff will be gone, okay? So if you want any of the stuff, you want the hoodie, the hoodie, the shorts or whatever, all that other stuff that they're releasing. I think they're doing like this it's not jersey, but yeah, it's like one of them has like a perforated type of workout shirt or whatever. There's like 4 apparel pieces. Go for whatever you want. Like, do that first before going for the sneaker. I will mention that because if you go for the raffle, the stuff will be gone by the time after they're like, well, why don't I go for this first? So just want to let that be known. Those are going to be more on the Leo side. First come, first serve. Kind of like that first come, first serve kind of 2-minute raffle thing. The GS sizes and then all the apparel and the basketball. So if you want that stuff, the basketball, I do see it as a collector's item. I might be going for it, but I'm kind of on the fence. I think I'm just going to shoot for the sneaker. And it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, EA was a mess. And again, I'm really, really hoping that the SB4 release on Monday, on the 14th of April, isn't going to be a shit show, okay? And I really hope that it's going to be like how they used to do exclusive access before, where there wasn't like a 2-hour time frame. It was like, if you got exclusive access, you should just go buy it, and it is what it is. Or that it's a shock drop, like a really. And again, I know these days it's not really a shock drop because like we already hear about it. Heck, I even get text messages. I'm a part of some Discords and stuff. They text me. They're like, hey, there's a shock drop in 10 minutes. It's like, oh, okay, I gotta be on, you know what I mean? Because if I don't get the text message, I'm gonna miss out on it, right? So it's like, I wanna be ready, right? And I can't be on the sneakers app every single day. I just can't, I don't have time. I'm a busy guy, So I don't mind paying for a service that will let me know if I could hit on something like a raffle or whatever. It keeps me up to date, keeps me in check. But yeah, so those are some of the sneakers that I just wanted to mention to all you all. Okay, so let me list them out again. Some of the ones that we've been able to acquire that we're super hyped about. Okay, metallic 5s. Damn, they're so good. I need to double up on that. This is such a good pair. It's such a good pair. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't worn my pair yet. I kind of want to get a double up. sometime this year. It all depends on funds, okay? It depends on funds and if I can get it at a good price, okay? I'm hoping they dip in price a little bit. We're keeping our eye on that, that's for sure, okay? Or I believe, actually, I'm going to interrupt myself. I know Sneakers is doing like a reserve. They might do it sometime this week. If the Metallic 5s come out, oh man, we really want those for sure. So that's a double up worthy sneaker. It's just such a good pair, okay? Um, the Galaxy foams. We didn't play around with that release. We're like, we shot our shot on sneakers. We obtained a pair, and then we did get one on the resale market. Okay, I hate to admit it, but yes, we needed a double on that. So I'm really glad I was able to obtain that. We're good. We're definitely good on the Galaxy side. I don't need another pair. I just don't. Okay, we're gonna keep it moving. The Break Force, possibly sneaker of the year. Super solid, super good, freaking awesome. SB4s as well. I'm not going to say it's a contender for sneaker of the year. I think it's a great pair. Definitely in the top 10 for sure for a lot of people. I don't know if it's going to be in my top 10, but it is definitely a very honorable mention. And then lastly, those freaking Union Air Jordan 1 highs. Like, I mean, just those pairs alone, it's like, I'm good, you know? So what? I ended up selling my my Travis Scott Velvets. We sold those. The Kobe All-Stars, those like cream white ones, we sold those too. Again, you got to kind of look at, like, you got to assess and evaluate. It's like every time a new sneaker comes in, I'm like, I kind of have to assess. Okay, can I continue to keep what I have, or can I trade this one out and sell that? You know what I mean? Like, it's like this puzzle that I'm constantly building, and your opinion about your collection is going to change as you evolve as a person. Like, you might not want to wear specific things. Our bodies get older. We are like, oh, it's just not comfortable. A lot of people are moving more on like the A6 and New Balance wave, because it's like, oh, hey, why are you wearing all that? It's comfy. It's comfy. I just want to wear it because it's comfy. My feet already hurt. I've been walking all freaking day, right? You go back to Nike, the insoles suck. You're wearing, you got to like switch out the insoles and all this stuff. So it's like, I'm just saying, please take that into account. As we get older, your style might not change. You might always love Air Jordans. You might always love Vans and all this other stuff, but you got to take into account, it's like, as you get older, your feet aren't going to like you very much if you're wearing like Converse or Vans or like certain Nikes with like horrible insoles. I'm just like, it's like, look, you got to treat your feet well, right? To some extent, we picked up these Move insoles. I can probably talk about it in one of my streams, but again, I feel like if you're going for a pair of shoes that isn't really comfy, try to make it a little comfy for yourself, shit out a little bit of like $20 or whatever to get some good insoles for your damn sneakers at the end of the day, right? Foamies for the homies. Love it, dude. Jocelyn says, thoughts on those Air Max 1 that Supreme dropped? I love the materials, but the thought of the stitching made it too feminine for me to rock. Okay, that's a great question. So I found it very interesting that Supreme did an Air Max this year. There was a lot of mixed feelings on, people loved them, people didn't like them. They did sit in store a little bit. They eventually sold out online. I feel like, thinking about female, male, and all that, at the end of the day, look, where would you want to wear? I do feel like out of all the pairs, I personally like the all white one. That's just me. A lot of other people like the all black one. That's fine. The stitching on the back, I didn't have any qualms with it. I thought it was fine. I do see the feminine touch to it, especially if you're going for the white one, white, and then that script like font on it. I could definitely see that. Has a little bit of a feminine touch. We like Air Maxes. We just ended up passing on them. I don't know. For me, I didn't feel that pull. I didn't feel like for me, I was a little underwhelmed by it. It just looked like a regular Air Max, and then you look at the back, it's like, okay, no, it has Supreme branded, and then also on that little patch in the front as well. I thought they were nice, but I'd kind of give it a 5 out of 10. That's just me, okay? That's just me. But again, there is a little bit of comfortability aspect on it. Again, for all the Air Max heads, it's like they like Air Max for a lot of different reasons. Air Max has like a really tight-knit story with Nike, all the way back to the DNA lab. But the comfortability, that air bubble in it, and just like the history of it breaking down, like the early pairs didn't really last. They had cracks in them, and like the air would seep out, and then they fixed it. There's like this whole story behind it. some of the older DNA videos that I watched on the sneakers app that they released a couple years ago. You know, they always try to create like hype before the sneaker drop, releasing a little bit of videos here and there, get people excited about it, and then the sneaker drops and then it sells out, right? It's like they know how to build up the anticipation, whether it's billboards, you know, marketing all around, or the best way of marketing, word of mouth. I saw Travis wear them, or I saw, you know, I know Travis doesn't really wear Air Maxes, at least that I remember, but I'm just using him as an example. You know, if a celebrity wears something, let's use the bandana jacket that dropped from Supreme, okay? Cardi wore that, and that was enough. A photo with Cardi wearing that, the blue, that was the piece, the blue one. Eye on the prize for the blue one. What sold out first? The blue one, okay? So you take that into account, the fact that people want to be like these celebrities, okay? They really want, and they will buy whatever they need to be as close to these celebrities as possible, okay? And, you know, it's hard, especially when these items cost a lot of money and there's a lot of demand behind it. That jacket flew. It was like gone, okay? And I believe, from what I know, bots actually failed this week. Something on the back end. Bots weren't able to hit that jacket. So there was a lot of manual users that were actually able to hit on the bandana jacket, which is mind-blowing because it's one of the best pieces that released this season. It is. It's hands down one of the best releases of this season. And I wasn't surprised it sold out. But I was expecting a load-in sold out, and that didn't happen. So a lot of the botters, just the people who relied on the bots or whatever, it just didn't work out. So hey, shout out to you if you did end up hitting on that piece. That piece it's a gem, and it dropped for how much did it drop for? It literally dropped for around $400. Resell that I saw was reselling for anywhere from like $700 to $800. That's pretty damn good these days to make like $300 to $400 right off the rip. Damn. Okay. So I just wanted to share that with you that, you know, we're pretty dialed in on the Supreme community as well, and like what does well, what doesn't, but we're really more like fans of the community, the culture. We care about it, you know, we care about it. It's not all about reselling, making money, you know. We already have enough grails, we already have enough sneakers, like we're good. We've worked really hard to get to this level of knowledge and, you know, and being able to find the diamonds in the rough. But you guys will know, if you look at my YouTube channel, look at all the sneaker hits, like we work, we put in the work, like we put in the reps, like, you know what I mean? Some of you guys were calling me like double up king and stuff like that. I mean, I try to get, and then again, I don't keep all my heat, but like some pairs I will double up and keep them. Like I will, not everything, but we will. Comfort these days. Yeah. Those Donkey Kong Air Max 1. That's another great one. Yeah. Man, I slept on that drop. I'm not going to lie. I overslept on that drop, but hey, you know, I don't know. For me, I found it interesting because it wasn't a collab with Nintendo at all. Like there was no branding of Donkey Kong or anything like that. So I was like, it's interesting to me that Nike can pull this off and it's like doesn't have a lawsuit with like Nintendo. Like, do you not find that interesting at all? Like the resemblance and the connection with Donkey Kong, and I know that I believe Nike even had an event where they did have like the arcade game and all that other stuff. Some stores had that. And I was just like, this isn't a collab with Nintendo. Like, where's the collab? If this was a collab, Air Max Day would have just been insane. Like it would have been such a big deal. You know what I mean? But that wasn't the case. I think they're great. I think it was a really good idea, a really great concept. And then after that, they released like the GoldenEye ones, right? I believe that was the next proof of concept, right? I slept on those Donkey Kongs, dude. I overslept that day. I was like, I was gonna try on Air Max Day. On Air Max Day, I believe I just posted on my YouTube channel like those the ones that released last year on on March 26th. It was a blue Air Max. It was a blue Air Max with that neon bottom. I still don't own that pair. I still really want that pair. I really like that sneaker, and those are some of my favorite silhouettes when it comes to Air Max. Yo, what's up, G-Face? How we doing? Salutes. What is good? What is good? What is good? You sleeping elephant. I tried, but took L's. Yeah, no, I was under the impression those Donkey Kongs, and it's interesting to call it Donkey Kongs, but yeah, I was under the impression they were pretty limited for sure. Pretty limited. I feel like I'm just talking all your ears off all the sneaker talk, but I mean, it's a good catch up, you know. It's just me jumping on live, letting you guys know, like, we're still pretty damn dialed in. Like, I really generally care about this stuff. Otherwise, I wouldn't know all this stuff that I know. But I wanted to update you with like what we've been doing, what we've been keeping, what we've been letting go of. Because like out of all the stuff that's released, there's been so much good stuff. But it's also like, how good is it for you to keep it? You know what I mean? And the Metallic Fives, hands down, for sure, and the Galaxies, for sure. Like those are the first two I'm mentioning, for sure. And then everything else I mentioned, the Unions, for sure, and then those Brick Fours as well. I would say out of everything I've mentioned, those four, hands down, those are like my all-time favorite ones that haven't released this year, for sure. Mr. Mod, yeah, what's up? Now, I feel like it's always good to have a mod in the building, you know, provided the mod's doing their job. You know, if anybody's talking smack, you can like bleep them out or whatever. You know what I mean? But yeah, I did want to transition the conversation just to talk a little bit about, like, you know, my streaming setup and all that other stuff. So I do plan on getting back doing more like regular lives. I just need to figure out like what I want to be doing on those lives specifically, all right? Because, you know, are we just going to be talking about sneakers strictly? Like, I know a lot of the channel and a lot of the subscribers that have followed my journey over the course of the past, like, 3-4 years. A lot of it's, like, sneaker stuff, right? So we will be continuing with sneaker stuff, but I'm also trying to figure out to mix it up with other stuff, talking about streetwear and what have you. I do want to mix it up. Keep it fresh, keep it exciting, because, again, we generally care a lot about this stuff. It's nice to, like, you know, and I remember asking myself, like, why do I care so much about this stuff, right? I care about this stuff because it's like, look good, feel good. If you wear something and it makes you feel a certain way, it gives you like a certain sense of like identity, energy, whatever. Like, you bring that with you, you know what I mean? And it's like, I want people, when they're out and about, walking the city, going to the shops or coffee shops or whatever, that they can like feel their best. You know what I mean? And I feel like for me, that's why the fashion industry is over $1 billion industry. It's a huge industry. People want to feel good. They want to look good. You know what I mean? Let's use MK, for example. This guy's one of the most fashionable mother effers, okay? He is. Every single thing he does, he's always dolled up with something completely fresh and new and something exciting. You know what I mean? Like, he really knows how to create some hype around specific products. But he's also like very, very extreme, but also very, very himself, you know? And I like that. I like the fact that it's like he can bring his most authentic self and he can wear whatever the hell he wants and just like pull it off. You know what I mean? But it takes a certain type of confidence to be able to like pull off certain things, you know? And not everybody can pull it off. Not everybody can pull off specific things, but it's like, I think like wild stuff, like he just played Coachella. He was one of like the guests on Coachella. He's wearing this camo with like yellow print on it. I'm like, man, that's such a cool piece. I would totally rock something like that. I love loud statement pieces like that. Awesome stuff. I love to see it. It's just great to see people like in their element and just being themselves. You know what I mean? Like wholeheartedly. Like I mean, again, I'm not saying like you got to put something on to feel complete, but I'm saying like a lot of the stuff we put on is not to complete, it's to enhance. It's really to like make us feel a little bit more like oomph. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm wearing this and I look good, you know, and I feel that, you know. Was that a unreleased TNF Supreme camo? I don't believe it was. I don't believe it. It's probably. I want to find out what brand it is. But you want to know what's really great about the AI stuff we got going on right now? You could take a photo of somebody wearing something, and you don't even need to ask that person, "Hey, what is that?" You could literally just like click some AI thing or whatever, and it will say, "Oh, that's Gucci," or "Oh, that's Louis," or you know, or "Oh, that was sold this time," or whatever. And it might even link you to where to buy it, you know. Like that's the world that we're getting into. There's like it's creating so much less friction to go buy something. Because if you see something on somebody, you're like, I want that. How can I buy that? You just snap with your phone. And again, I think Apple's going in this direction where you take a photo of something. Hey, tell me what animal this is. Boom, it pulls it up. This is the animal. Hey, tell me what article or clothing, what kind of sneakers are these? Boom, it pulls it up. It tells you all the information you need to know. Suddenly, we're living in a time where there's just a lot less friction to find out stuff. Like you can be anywhere in the world and you could just know everything in just a couple clicks. Hey, what is this? Boom. It just populates it all. Lets you know all the stuff. Help me create a business case about blah, 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 whatever. Boom. Calculate the whole thing. I know this and I know this. Put it together. Make me a really funny, I don't know, like you can literally ask like chat, GTP, hey, create a really funny poem for me or whatever. And it will just like, just spit it out. It will just spit it out for you. And you could literally like use that, And again, I'm not implying to use AI so that we're not using our brain anymore. I think it's important, like similar to the clothing, like you got to use it to enhance a little bit on just what's in front of you. With what you already know today, enhance a little bit, right? I could talk about this for hours, but again, I know you guys are here for the sneaker talk, but I wanted to share, some of those 4 to 5 that like most excited sneakers that have excited me throughout the year. We're not even halfway through the year yet, okay? Like, what else they got up their sleeves, okay? I'm excited to see what other things drop. And again, I know I did not talk about other brands, okay? I didn't talk about Adidas. I didn't talk about Vans or anything else. But if it's worthwhile talking about it, I will mention this. I'm a big fan of Carpet Skateboard Company. They did drop a Vans, I believe a month or two ago, like a mustard Vans, old school. We scooped those up. Really, really nice sneaker. I do plan on reviewing it sometime on my channel. And, ideally when they come out, it's best to review it then. We got busy with other stuff. But not only that, so it's a crocodile mustard Vans. Really nice sneaker. I love Vans. I grew up on Vans. One of my first skateboard shoes was was actually Vans, okay? It was a Willie Santos Pro Model Vans. And Willie Santos, for you guys who don't know him, OG Birdhouse skater. It was a I forget the exact silhouette and all that, but it was a gray pair of Vans, and it was like my first ever skate shoe was a Willie Santos Pro Model. And Willie Santos is Filipino. So he was like the first ever professional Filipino skateboarder with Tony Hawk on Birdhouse, like legendary, okay? So that was my first ever introduction to, like, from what I can recall, sneakers or whatever, you know what I mean? I remember like my parents got it from the Vans store in Philippines. That was one of the first ones I had. Heat sneakers were thrown on early. Yep. No, they hyped it up. Hype train this year. A big catalyst for that was All-Star Weekend, as you know. All-Star Weekend for sure, without a doubt. Set it off. Yo, shout out to Ryan the Heel. Salutes, brother. Hope you're doing well, man. Wish you nothing but the best, man. Heel Squad? What's going on, man? What is up? Let me go ahead. I'm just gonna pop back up. I did happen to have some like music that I was like just like background music, and I don't know what happened to it. Give me 1 second. Let's play this one. Yeah, I'm trying not to get any like demonetization, any ads or what have you. But again, I know I'm talking all your ears off, and it's supposed to be a chill stream. But the problem with me, this guy, I have no chill. You want to know how I chill? Listen to chill music, one. But for me to really chill, I need all this turn off. Turn this all off. Send me to like Indonesia, like Bali or something like that. Then I can chill the hell out, okay? But you know how your environment shapes you, okay? Me choosing to live in San Francisco is not an easy city to live in, number one, okay? It takes a certain type of caliber of individual to not just only survive but thrive in San Francisco, number two. It's not an easy city to live in. It's very expensive. It's very stressful. there's a lot of things that can get in your way to continue living there. But I like to think that these challenges have shaped me to be who I am, right? So I choose to be formed by the pressure and the stress and all that chisels you out, you know, to be a certain individual, right? So, yeah, Bali's amazing. I've only been there once, but hey, man, what was it? I was there for like 10 days, 2019. Some of the best time in my life, for sure. Good times, yeah. Surfing every day. Ah, so good. So good. Take me back, please. Take me back. Give me 1 second. I'm going to be right back. I'm just going to make some hot water. But I appreciate you all. Yeah, yo, if you guys can take a minute to smash that like button, definitely it helps the channel out a lot. Gets this out into the YouTube universe a little bit more, you know what I mean? It's like sending the frequency out, like, hey, yo, we like this content, yo, you know what I mean? And again, like, sometimes I think about it, it's like, what's the end goal of YouTube for me? I don't think there really is an end goal. I think it's really like staying constant, staying frequent, constant, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, even if I had like 1 million subscribers, or just, you know, however many are watching right now, you know, I'm the same person, and I'm going to be doing the same damn thing. You know what I mean? So it's like, it doesn't really matter how many people are watching. I think what's more important is that I'm staying true to me, and I'm doing something that is like fulfilling to me, and hopefully fulfilling to you as well, you know? I just want to be able to do stuff I care about, you know, and more of it. Because what's the point of all this, you know? I think a lot of us end up doing stuff that we don't want to do, or that we hate, but we do it because we need the money, you know what I mean? And I think it's important to find some kind of like balance with like doing things that you enjoy that make you money, but then also doing stuff that maybe is like, isn't the most, you know, like it's hard, but it's still, but you know, you'll notice some of the hardest things in life bring you most money. Unfortunately, a lot of this creative work that you do, whether it's creative work for YouTube or creative arts, they don't really pay. That's why they call us like starving artists at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So I think it's important to kind of find this fine line. Okay, I'm not telling everybody to work a 9 to 5, but if you have a 9 to 5, try to supplement your extra hours outside of that. It's important to have fun. Don't get me wrong, but the more you do of you and you know, focus on your own craft and stuff like that, one day you'll be able to use those extra hours outside of work to be able to channel that to go do something that you generally love, that can make you maybe even a living, you know? And it's like, who wouldn't want to live that type of life where you wake up every day and you just get to do stuff you want to do, right? So we're about that type of life. We want to get there one day. It's not easy, and then to sustain that, it's like to work so hard to do that, and then keep your foot on the gas to keep doing it, because it might get to a point where, hey, maybe you might not continuously able to do it, but you were able to do it for 5 or 10 years. You're still able to do it for 5 to 10 years, right? So that's what I'm trying to say, you know. But yeah, yeah, we out here, man. What up, Ulawata? Scared up legs. Not too sure. Oh, Ulawata, scared up legs. Not too sure. Ulawata. Yeah, I think we were at Ulawata. I'm trying to remember. Let me get one more song in. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to lose my voice over here. I just got a sore throat, guys. My apologies, but I did really want to go live and just kind of catch up. I just wanted to catch up and let you guys know I'm doing great. You know, we're doing great, and we're still out here scooping up sneakers, and we vibing. You know, we vibing, we chilling. And again, I wish I had some sneaks to show you guys. Okay, I'm not actually at my humble abode right now. If I was, I'd be flashing some heat. You know, but I plan to soon. I plan to bring some. Talk about some sneakers for sure. You know. I have some fits that I'm also planning. I want to be able to kind of feature some fits together, not just talk about sneakers, but actually be like, hey, these are the sneakers, and this is what I'm wearing with them. I think that would be nice to showcase on the channel for you all soon. Okay, soon. We will we'll get to it. But yeah, I hope you all are having a fantastic night. I'm just waiting for this water to heat up. I'm gonna pour one last cup of tea. Fit check, yeah, fit check soon. Fit check soon. Okay, give me a second. I was gonna mention too, part of the reason I jumped on live too is I got the evening to myself. So I was like, you know what? Let's just jump on live. Let's just see who's out there and how everybody's doing, I don't really got too many plans coming up soon. I've been really just busy with work and stuff, but outside of this all, you guys know it. We're pretty dialed in on, the releases that are coming out soon, especially with Supreme. I generally think this next week is going to be really like another heated week. We shall see. I'm expecting it's going to be a pretty heated week, like just hot stuff with some hard to obtain stuff. So we shall see how that rolls out. And then in terms of like things that I'm excited about sneaker wise, obviously the SB4s, again, I don't need too many pairs, but like I will try for another one. Why not? Especially if it is dropping on sneakers, like crossing fingers that we do get exclusive access, or at least we're there when it drops. I don't know I don't know how they're going to drop it or what have you, but we are trying to stay close to influencers online, sneaker influencers also that just have a little bit more knowledge or a little bit more dialed in to maybe somebody knows somebody at Nike. So yeah, for me, just keeping my ear close to the pavement when it comes to stuff dropping, especially for the SBs, and then also for that Jordan Reserve, which I don't believe it happened yet, but I'm really gunning for another Metallic 5. I mean, again, I could probably talk all your ears off about the Metallic 5s. One of the all-time best sneakers that has dropped this year so far. It just looks so good. It's just such a solid pair. One of the best 5s, period, I would say out of all the 5s I own, I really generally like that one probably the best. Yeah. I'm like trying to think what else. Also do happen to have those blue 5s as well. I do like those ones as well, the UNCs. I really do like that pair. What other 5s? I got a good amount of 5s. I generally do like the We the Best 5s. I got that one that is like a sale. I like that one. I really do like that one. Yep. I know they also released that Crimson. The Crimson kind of flopped, but sometimes it's not about what flops and what does well, what does not well. It's like, do you like it? Period. Right. So I generally do like those sale ones as well. But I'm trying to jog my memory. I do like the Tokyo 5s. But those are pretty pricey, and I don't think I want to pick those up anytime soon. They're like yellow 5s. I do like those. I really do like those Tokyo 5s. Those are clean. Those are definitely clean for sure. Let me just pass this ad. And yeah, what else was I gonna say? So, what else are we excited about? They might be dropping more. I know I did not touch on the flu games. Okay, we did pick up the flu games. I think it's a phenomenal sneaker. I think it's great. I just hate to say I don't know if I want to be keeping it. I'm just going to be real. I'm saying with all the 5 sneakers I talked about, I think we're good. I think it all depends on these next couple weeks if I am going to be holding on to my flu games. I think the flu games is such a phenomenal sneaker. A lot of history behind it, don't get me wrong. I'm just generally thinking like how often am I going to be wearing it, That's it. And I generally think the flu games looks way better when you're wearing shorts. If you're not wearing shorts with flu games, or like just that silhouette of Jordan, Rare 3 is another one. I do like it. I was actually looking at them yesterday. I really like the colors. It's a great pair. It's a great pair too. I would like to see that in yeah, whenever Metallic 5 restock on in seconds. Yeah, for sure. Of course, because hey, there's money to be made. If you could drop, if you see a sneaker where you can easily make $150, like $100 to $150, that shit's gone. It's gone. Peace. For sure. Yeah. Wow, I didn't even realize how long we've been live for. We've been live for like 80 minutes. That's pretty good. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've been. It's been a minute since I've been like live for longer than like an hour or anything like that. But we're here. We're doing our thing. We're doing our thing. Got Mr. Oliver over here. Mr. Kitty. He looks so sad. He's so sad. He looks so sad. Oh man, this cat is hilarious. So yeah, not too long ago, I'll brief you with this. My cat ended up getting stuck. He ended up getting stuck in a ventilation pipe. This happened like 4 weeks ago. Because we put him in one of the we put him in a sneaker cat guy. No, we put my cat in one of the rooms here, and then he disappeared. We're like, I was looking all over for him, and then I realized like he broke into the ventilation pipe and he went all the way through. I wish I had a photo to show you guys, but I was freaking out because like I was like, where'd my cat go? I thought I lost him, and eventually I end up going like under the house and I peel off the duct tape from the ventilation pipe. There's like duct tape around it. I just take the entire pipe out. I rip it out, and I carry like this big steel pipe out, and I bring him back into the room and I shake him out. He comes right out. Oh man. But yeah, it was a nerve-wracking 24-hour. Well, more. He was in there for probably more than 24 hours. I hate to admit that, but I thought I was under the impression he was going to come out of the pipe, but no, he was wedged in there pretty well. He didn't want to come out. Yeah, so yeah, I had to save the damn guy. But he seems to be doing well. He really loves these springs. You see these springs here? He's always chasing them and going after them. Yes, sir. Sneaker cat guy. Yeah, just like Ryan the Heel. Yes, sir. You know it. We love our cats. We do. Yeah, this cat is hilarious. He's funny. But yeah, just wanted to jump on live, catch up with you all. Again, I'm probably going to jump out of here in a bit, but while you're at it, smash that like button if you haven't. If you're watching this on the replay, let it be known in the comments below, hey, replay gang. And again, I really hope to see you all real soon. For anybody who's like at Coachella right now, hope you guys are having an amazing time. For anybody with some fun weekend plans, again, treat your weekends very sacred, because they go quick before the busy work week, right? And if you are doing work that you thoroughly enjoy, Monday through Friday or heck every day, that's awesome. That's what we all aspire to do. There's a very small percentage of people in the world that are able to do things that they generally like that lights them up and that they love to do. But if you haven't found it, keep looking is what I'm going to leave you with. And I appreciate this community. You guys are awesome. And I'll be back real soon, okay? So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to jump on out of here. But I'm going to continue finishing my tea over here, hang out with the cat. Yes, sir. Yeah. Hey, best of luck. Again, guys, I have to reiterate this. Tomorrow's kind of a weird day because it's Sunday, and we're getting a sneakers drop at 7 a.m. PST, okay? Kind of weird. Kind of out of the ordinary, but hey, that's a what the. It's kind of like a what the Sunday. But Sneakers has done this before, where they've dropped stuff on a Sunday. So it just so happens it aligns with a specific day. There's no way around it. I know Sneakers typically doesn't drop stuff on Sunday, but they are doing it tomorrow. So best of luck for the What the Kobe's tomorrow. And if you sign up for any raffles, best of luck on all those as well. let it be known on my channel. Maybe even come back to this video. Let me know if you actually do hit on that sneaker, because I think it's a fire pair of sneakers. Now, in terms of resale value, I don't see it going extra normal. You know, I don't see it going like extraordinarily crazy on the aftermarket. I don't see it touching like 350, 400. I see probably trending over that 300 mark, which I think is still better than lunch money for sure. I think it's still going to be doing decent to some extent. So best of luck to all you all. We will be trying. I'll keep it up. I'll keep the channel updated. If we do end up hitting on that pair, expect a review on the channel. If we don't, it is what it is. We'll keep it freaking moving. But yeah, all love. Thank you so much. I'll see you all. And again, smash that like button on the way out. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. All right. Peace. All right, take it easy, guys. I'll see you all real soon. Later.